Welcome guys to Programming with Python tutorials. Today our topic is variables. So what is variable? Variable is a container in any programming language which stores our data. Let's define a variable. Let's say a is equal to 48. Here a is our variable name, equal to is assignment operator, and 48 is our data. In this statement, 48 is being assigned into the variable named a. Let's execute it by entering enter. So what happened when we pressed enter? Python virtual machine conserves a memory for our variable in RAM and named it as a. Then the value 48 is being assigned into that memory space. Here in Variable Explorer, you can see a variable name of a has been created and it has the value of 48. Now what exactly happened in this case? The assignment operator evaluates the expression in right hand side and the output, in this case 48, assigned in the variable named a. Now let's see why this is called variable. Here we can see currently it has the value of 48. Now if we write a is equal to 10 and execute it by selecting and pressing command and enter, then you can see its value has been changed to 10. That is, it can change its value in runtime, and that's why we call it variable. Let's try a problem. Let's add two numbers with help of variables. We have one variable already and value is 10. Let's define another variable with value 20. Here b is equal to 20 is created in this memory space. Now if we write a plus b and execute it by selecting and pressing command and enter, you can see the output is 30. That is 10 plus 20 is equal to 30. So what is happening in the backend? Python, when gets a variable that is a, it will check if any variable with this name has been created in the memory. When it's found that yes, it is created, then it will search for its value. In this case, this is 10 and Python replaces a with 10 and the same for b, and it got replaced with 20, and then Python executes this expression and the output is 30. Now let's undo it by pressing Ctrl and J. What if in the place of b we write c? Notice we have not created any variable with the name of c. Let's execute it. Python says name error, c is not defined. That means when it replaced a successfully, then it will find for c. But in memory there are no variable of the name of c. So it will throw an error with c is not defined. Let us define a string variable now. Let's say we'll name it s is equal to YouTube. As I have told earlier that strings can be created with either single quotes or double quotes. Here I have used single quotes. Now execute it. Here you can see YouTube has been created and the name of variable is s. You can see that now it has the type str, which stands for string type, and previously a and b have the type of int, that is integer. Let's try some operations. We have seen addition previously. Now see multiplication. Multiplication in programming language is defined with Asterix. So if we write a asterisk b, it will and execute it, it will output 200. That is 10 into 20 is equal to 200. Now what happens if we multiply s which is a string type variable with, let's say, 2. Let's execute it by pressing Ctrl and Enter, and it will output the string twice. Now can we perform addition in string variables? Let's try out. Let's define another string s2 with the value of, let's say, Amazon. Execute it. Now we have two string type variable s and s2. If we write s plus s2, which is an addition operation, and execute it, then you will get output YouTube Amazon, which is concatenation of two strings. Can we assign one variable into another variable? Let's try it. Let's say A is equal to B. Now if it executes correctly, then A should have value of B. Let's try out. Yes, you can see in Variable Explorer that both of the variable now have value 20. That means we can assign another variable into another variable. Now if you checked that both of these variables are of integer type. Now can we assign a string type into an integer type variable? Let's try it. Now here A is our integer type variable and S is string type variable. If we execute it, yes, it is executed. That means we can assign a different type variable into another type variables. Now this is a feature of Python. As Python is a dynamic typing language, we can assign a different type variable into another type variable. If we do this in C or Java, we'll get an error, because in Python data types are created or checked in runtime rather than compile time. Let's try out a mathematical problem with help of Python. Let's say we have a problem like this. Find out the total energy when masses of 10, 20 and 30 gram converted to energy. Take c or light up speed as 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Now to solve this without variables, we can write it like 10 into 3 into 10 to the power 8, and again take it and square it, plus 20 into 3, etc. You get the idea. So this is a very hectic process. We can shorten it with help of variables. Let's say we define m1 equal to 10, m2 equal to 20 and m3 equal to 30. Let's execute it. We get our three variables here. Now let's say c is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8. You have noticed that in Python with double asterisk we mean to the power. Here 10 to the power 8 is represented as 10 double asterisk then 8. If you execute it, you will get c, and also you can define another variable c2, which is equal to c to the power 2, which represents c square. Now let's execute it. Let's define m1 into c2 plus m2 into again c2 plus m3 into c2. Now if you execute this, you will get the total amount of energy. Now you can store that also in a variable. Let's say E is equal to this expression. If you execute it, you will get another variable with the total energy saved in it. Now you might have noticed it already, but in case of algebra, if we have to do A into B, we write it like AB. But in Python or any programming language, we have to write it A asterisk B. Computer does not append the asterisk automatically like algebra. There are some naming conventions of variables. We cannot start a variable name with a numeric character. Like 1a is equal to 10 is not allowed in Python. Also, we cannot use any special character in variable name. Like var equal to 10 is not allowed. Also, Python does not restrict you in terms of length of a variable name. However, you should not use a variable name like this. If you execute it, it will execute without any errors, but it is neither readable nor usable in your programs. It is recommended that you should use meaningful variable names in your programs like this. First name is equal to Bob and last name is equal to Smith. Later in time, you can readily understand why these variables are used for. So far, you have learned how to use to the power, variables, additions and multiplications. Let's try out an exercise problem. Let's say we have a problem like this, that is, write a program to find out the compound interest of $1,000 and $5,000 for 3 years at 7% rate using variables. Let us know your answers in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching our videos. If you have any questions, please let us know in comment section. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.